Florida law regarding warning shots was clarified in June of 2014 when Governor Scott signed into law amendments to Florida's use of force laws. The change was partly inspired by the case of Marissa Alexander, who was sentenced to 20 years in prison after firing a warning shot during a dispute with her allegedly abusive husband under Florida's 1020 life law. The firing of a warning shot in Florida is allowed in certain circumstances. However, it is important to note that whenever a firearm is fired, it is considered the use of deadly force, even if the firearm is fired directly into the ground at the shooter's feet or straight up in the air. Warning shots are covered by Florida Statute 776012, titled Use or Threatened Use of Force in Defense of a Person. Subsection 2 says a person is justified in using or threatening to use deadly force if he or she reasonably believes that using or threatening to use such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or herself or another, or to prevent the imminent commission of a forcible felony. A person who uses or threatens to use deadly force in accordance with this subsection does not have a duty to retreat and has a right to stand his ground or her ground if the person using or threatening to use the deadly force is not engaged in a criminal activity and is in a place where he or she has a right to be. Again, it is important to remember a warning shot is considered deadly force, and deadly force can only be used if a person reasonably believes that using or threatening to use deadly force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm or the imminent commission of a forcible felony. Further, the threat needs to be one where a reasonably cautious and prudent person would find the use of deadly force reasonable. This does not give people a license to start shooting indiscriminately into the air. If you fire a warning shot, you better be able to show you had a reasonable fear of immediate death or serious injury.